Hey everybody, this is Ben Smith. Hope you're well. So today's episode is how I got 4 new clients and 1 big 7-figure deal last week. And I'm excited to share this story with you. But first, I'm going to tell you about my doctor's appointment last week. So I'm sitting on the examining table in a doctor's office last week, and the doctor is laser focused on my every single word. But we're not talking about the knee surgery I had last month. Instead, the doctor is asking me how he can take his medical business and his medical brand to the next level. He doesn't care about my knee. He cares about what's in it for him and how he's going to get more customers. So I'm sitting there on the table, my pants are basically down. I have that little robe on, and I'm sitting there and I'm giving him insights. And it's like he's my patient, even though I'm in the robe and I'm sitting there. And I know at this point he's sold. He knows he has a problem, and I'm the doctor now. Right? It's like, I'm the captain now, I'm the doctor now. So there's only one thing left to do, and that is I ask him for the sale. I ask him, I said, hey, maybe I can help you. Maybe we can get started today. Maybe I can do some things for you to help your medical brand. Here's a few of my ideas. I think it would be pretty easy to work together. And that's asking him for the sale. That's the point of the episode. You want to be able to change your life and make more money and be the person you thought you were going to be. Well, then you need to start asking more. You need to start asking for the sale. You need to get comfortable saying, I can help you, and then say, how about we start today? Or in my case with the doctor, maybe it was to ask if this sounds good. Do you want to get going today? Like, it was a light. It's not me saying, doctor, like, sign on the dotted line. It was just a really simple, hey, why don't we get started? Why don't we do something? It's not our fault. It's really not. It's not our fault, but we hate asking for the sale. We hate it. I know I hate it. I used to hate it. We hope that by telling people how great our product, our service is over and over again, the prospect or the audience will just magically know how to follow up. This is crazy. I'm really not sure why we do this. I'm guilty of it as well. We just think if we magically tell everybody everything we're doing or our website, they'll just magically just look at our website and be like, you know what? I've got to call Ben. But it doesn't work this way. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to think of the best doctors out there, the best lawyers, the best, the best universities and the best celebrities. What do? They all ask you for the sale constantly. Think about it. The best doctors and lawyers, all they do is ask you. The best people that are fundraising for universities, my God, they're experts at asking for the sale. So I have a little funny follow-up on that doctor story. The doctor at the end of my visit, even after I've sold him, he says to me, I'd be honored to become your primary care physician. Do you want to schedule a consultation today? Can you imagine that? At the end, even though the entire time we talked about how I was going to help him and him becoming my client, he then turned around and said, do you want to schedule a consultation today? That's asking. And that's what we all don't do. That's how I personally generated 4 new clients and 1 gigantic deal last week. I had to ask for them. I now think that Gary Vaynerchuk, I think he's actually just wrong. I don't even know what he says. Like, it's like the right hook or whatever that is. But I don't think people ask for the business enough. I started telling people through my podcast to join the Chance Bending Network. The Chance Bending Network is my private entrepreneur community. I've recently launched it, and it's only $11.99 a month right now. And it's going to $99 a month soon. You should join it if you're not already there. Go to bensmith.tv and check out the network. But guess what? People are buying this. They're buying this because I mentioned it and I said, please join. And my email list, by the way, on my site, it's up by roughly 38%, 38.3% since I started asking for the sale. That's right. Supposedly people don't want to give email addresses anymore. You know, people don't do that anymore, supposedly. But when I started asking for money and for joining the network, they've actually started giving me their email address more. I think the magic recipe here is always ask for the sale. I don't know what Gary's thinking with right hook or whatever that is. I don't even know how to say it. The magic recipe is always. What happens if you start making more money immediately? Well, it's pretty simple. You can grow, you can hire help, you can reinvest in your business, you can measure what's really working, you can finally stop guessing on everything else. That's what happens when you start actually asking for the sale and start making more money. You can actually grow. That's asking. Asking is the magic. I saw Arsenio Hall this weekend. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Arsenio Hall, an amazing comedian. He had a great late night TV show for a long time. And my brother-in-law called me up and he's like, "Ben, we got to go to Arsenio Hall this weekend." I'm like, "Really?" All right. So we did. Yes, Arsenio Hall. And we saw him at the Ice House in Pasadena. And it was a great night. It was a fun night. I sat only about, I don't know, maybe 10 feet away from Arsenio and had a great view. But when we first got there, we were sat on the very side of the room. You know that terrible view where you're on the side, like you're just going to look at the side of Arsenio Hall's face. And we had no clear view. So what did we do? It was pretty simple. We asked to move. We just said, hey, to the seater, we're like, hey, can we actually sit right here in the middle? And the guy was like, you can't sit at that table, but you can sit over here. And it was an even better seat than that table seat. So as I said last week, lives can change. Lives can change when you're positive. You push yourself to talk to new people every single day. And then you start asking. Don't get me wrong. I'm always giving. If you listen to me, you know I'm the king of telling you and teaching you how to listen. But being able to ask people allows the other side, the other person in the conversation, to better listen to you. Let me repeat that. By being able to ask well, it allows the other person in the conversation to better listen to you. Why is that? Well, they don't have to guess what you want. Nobody is a mind reader. Nobody. I am married. My wife cannot read my mind. She knows me better than anybody. I can't even read my own mind. I'm like trying to decipher my own mind. So when you start asking for the sale, you make yourself easy to be listened to. And in a world of sneaky social media and deceptive people, you suddenly become refreshingly crystal clear. That's a refreshing change. How refreshing. I keep saying refreshing. It is to be authentic and to ask and to listen, to be positive, to talk to people. It works. I had a listener call me last week. Guy's a huge success. He's a big time Hollywood guy. He says to me, Ben, holy shit, I had no idea. I took your advice and I started talking to at least 5 new people a day. And he says his life, and I quote here, opened up in a brand new way. He's seeing things in a different light, he said. Learning how to communicate in this new era, it's hard work. It takes a little while to get this. But just like my listener, when you learn the recipe, everything changes. Engaging, being curious and positive, getting in the middle of conversation, chopping it up. That's what's missing in most people's lives. It's like that's how you get over that hump and into where you want to go. If you like this message, go to bensmith.tv, check out the network, just look for Chance Bending Network, and join our private community for $11.99 a month. That is nothing. That is the cost of a fancy Happy Meal at Burger King or McDonald's, or that's One Juice here in Los Angeles. Get in there before it's $99 a month. And if you have questions on this message, if you have comments, you want to hit me up, go to bensmith.tv and talk to me. I'm trying to hire as fast as I can to keep up right now. And that's what happens when you ask. I'm adding resources. I'm trying to be more consistent with my messaging. I think you're going to see a whole different chance bending. And that's all because I'm asking. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the message. I hope it's a great week. We are bringing you the behind the scenes at Chance Bending. We have new help this week coming in, some really interesting, great people. So I'm hoping to bring them to you. It's going to be a good one. I will talk to you all soon.